And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gem of Crypto, episode 945. Today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
And today's top stories are all stories of I told you so. That's right. Terra-ble mechanism in doubt as UST crashes to 67 cent. Quantitative, I can't even say the word, quantitative easing. Bitcoin price hits 43K in UST as Terra empties $2.2 billion Bitcoin bed. 42.5 thousand Bitcoin reportedly moved from Luna Foundation guard wallet as UST peg crumbles. Binance temporary suspends Luna UST withdrawal, citing network congestion. Commercial smart contract adoption, next market driver, and more than a third of AMC online payments are crypto or digital, says the CEO. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at our prices for today. All the blood in the streets from last night, everybody getting scared. Bitcoin is at $31,667. Small bounce, but still down 3.3%. Ethereum at $2,428, up 0.6%. Binance at 326 is down almost 2% today. XRP sitting at 52 cents, down 2.5% today. Solana sitting at 72.52, up 1.5% today. Cardano at 68 cents, up 2.9% today. And last but not least, Dogecoin all the way down at 11 cents, down 2% today. And of course, we'll be talking about Terra's price shit on the market. We'll get more into this huge red dildo down later. But the biggest gainers for today were Raccoon, up 700%, Safe Floki, up 501%, and Cyborg Shiba, up 223%. So the shit coins are safe, apparently, but all the good blue chips are not.
So wait, are you telling me Dogecoin is not going to $1? So wait, are you telling me we actually weren't hating? We were just telling people it wouldn't happen in that time frame? Dogecoin is going to $1. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, don't put your life savings in Dogecoin at 70 cents and think you're gonna be rich overnight. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God, Bitcoin Zay, I thought we were hating. We just didn't want to see people make money. Quick shout outs before we get this show started. You already know, as the title said, we are taking a huge victory lap to this morning. I'm not even going to hide it, but really quick, next world leader. What's going on? Shannon B. Sovereign, Wendy Nichols, Finn, Hot Damn Right, Chappie, Network FX21 Goodness, Wyatt Try It, Larry, Woe Be Easy, Hot Damn, Jerron, everybody, welcome to the show. Satoshi Sloan, Rand San Diego. Good morning. We are definitely taking that victory lap today. Essentially, people, when it comes to UST, Terra-ble Luna, some of your favorites, I offered the smoke for about 3 or 4 weeks after I made my comments. Everybody said I was wrong, but they were chatting and texting me all day saying, I was wrong and blah, blah, blah. But guess what?
And it's gone.
Zay, you're muted. We're going to jump straight into it. Let's talk about the top story of the day.
Hold on, play it one more time.
So okay, hold on. I got you. Hold on.
I can show this chart.
And it's gone.
Oh, wait. Keep the chart up.
And it's gone.
Everyone, listen up. You didn't lose your money. Now, you have your... Technically, you kind of lost your money.
Oh,
that's
man. I mean, here's the crazy part, Zay. Like, people always ask, like, for one, when one guy was like, what do you all do for the community and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, regardless of the hit list of things we've done, this free daily show that we do is 7 a.m. in California, people. I have money. I don't have to wake up early if I don't want to in life. I'm model out here. Like, what the fuck? We do this for free every day for 30 minutes, trying to give you this analysis so you can make whatever move you want to make with your capital and be a stakeholder in whatever project you want to make. And what do we get in return? Twitter fingers and commenters that can't even call in with the smoke. And I mean, you talk about calling it out. We called this one out, but let's get into the story itself for the people listening. Terra-ble mechanism in doubt as UST crashes to 67 cents. That's right. You remember it's supposed to be $1 to $1, 1 to 1. Yeah, it's at 67 cents now. Terra USD. And hold on really quick. Yesterday, people were still trying to tweet and chat me. And I'm like, because they're like, that's what the foundation is there for. I was like, even though what I say during a live show, or how we discuss human intervention wasn't a part of the algorithm, right? People still said it was at 98 cents and blah, blah, blah. Voila. Thank you, 24 hours. Terra USD and its backing coin Luna have been in a veritable nosedive in price and market cap since major sell-offs began in the ecosystem. That's right. What I was saying the third, but I'm about to say which was once the third largest stablecoin by market cap. Terra USD UST appears to be in a catastrophic tailspin, which has seen it depeg from the dollar and drop to as low as 67 cents on Tuesday. As its price has fallen, so has market cap along with that of Terra Luna, which backs the majority of the value of UST, which of course, Terra Luna came out of thin air, people. You all paid for that with regular dollars, adding further insult to injury. The market cap of UST has vastly surpassed that of Luna, drawing extreme scrutiny from the crypto community. You just show that chart there. As you know, now everybody's starting to tweet about, of course, is there a problem if UST market cap is larger than Luna market cap? We're starting to see that to be true. Between this story, the next one, Bitcoin Zay, quantitative easing. What's going on with both of these stories, and what can you tell us as this peg loses its dollar and as Bitcoin price hits 43K in UST as Terra empties this $2.2 billion Bitcoin bed?
Oh, well, what I can tell you
is the chats are going crazy too. The chat going crazy. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I already know. Yeah. Well, what I can tell you is that for the most part, this seems like something that was already inevitable. Of course, we called it. We always do. But the reason we're taking this victory lap is because whenever somebody tries to rig the market or do things that are unnecessary, like Do Kwon has, there's always somebody watching. And there's one group of people you don't want to fuck with is Bitcoiners. And you know why? I'm going to show you why. Because somebody has put out that this is what actually is the cause of the drop. Can you see that? Everybody see that? All right,
yes,
so
we're looking.
Citadel, which is supposedly a group of Bitcoiners, borrows 100K Bitcoin. They trade 25K Bitcoin for UST, open a huge short. They start dumping 75K of it aggressively. And then once Bitcoin hit 30K, they started dumping UST to make it lose its peg. That's why when Bitcoin was crashing, UST was crashing even faster. Now Kwon is forced to sell 25K at a major loss to recover the peg. That's why you saw the bounce, further dumping the price of BTC. Meanwhile, Citadel shorted all the way. So if this is true, like I said before, there's one group of people you don't want to fuck with is Bitcoiners. If you start trying to fuck with them and tell them you think it's smarter than the entire industry, that's what happens. And Twitter had a field day with this. Not surprised. But Do Kwon, hey, if you want to be a genius, you're going to have to fight with it. And what did we say yesterday? Luna is not robust. They haven't been tested. Nobody's ever really done anything with it. And 19.5% is what they were offering when you staked the UST. That was the incentive to stake it, which I'm hearing from very, very advanced traders. A lot of people are 20x leverage on that. So yeah, we told you it was all a scam. It was a house built on sand. Everything you want to describe it as, it was bullshit. It's over. Now, even if it comes back, who the fuck wants to use a peg that could go down to 60 cents in one day? I'm sorry, it's over.
And that's the crazy thing. I'm glad you actually said that, because to be clear, you're right. And this is crazy. It shouldn't come back, but I have a strong belief that it will come back as well. And like this time next week, people are like, oh no, y'all were wrong. Like, no, they just did X, Y, and Z and made deals with X, Y, and Z that we didn't think Elon was going to come down and save them. Like something like that of that magnitude is going to happen. We were already seeing it with this 1 point something or 2.2 billion being moved. Like $2.2 billion just got moved. The slush fund saving is happening already. So would it surprise me if someone else saved them? No, because they have already shown proof of concept and they have a strong community, right? So if you do have big investors out there right now, if I was a multimillionaire, like a high net worth, 100 million plus multimillionaire or a billionaire, and I have these type of buddies, then yes, we are thinking about how can we basically buy this off of Do Kwon, essentially in the background. So I do think there's a strong possibility that they will be saved, that things will go back to normal, and this may just be a small blip in their roadmap throughout their lifespan. However, that's not the point. It's not working as intended. That is the point, which also means they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So they're just going to keep throwing money and more brain power at it, hoping someone can flip the script. Oh, no, we know what you saw over here, but now this is what it is over here. Yeah. So yes, we do think a large part of the community will follow them when they do the new shiny trick, because they want to believe. They have to believe. They don't want to feel like idiots or whatever. They don't want to feel bad. So they have to believe that the gang leader is doing the right thing. But at the end of the day, you're seeing the issue that I pointed out, that Bitcoin Zay pointed out, that this is the only channel that pointed out at least 4 to 5 weeks ago now. And with that, again, we had to take that victory lap on Twitter.
Okay. I mean, and can we give a shout out to Tether? because as much as people shit on Tether, they ain't never lost their peg like this. God damn.
Yeah, that is true. Tether has been,
Because like you said, Luna didn't know what they was doing. They thought they could just do it in a roundabout, technical way and have burns and algorithmic stable coins and all this other. No, the people behind Tether realized, no, you need people with real money and some people that ain't scared to make sure that that peg stays where it's at. That's who Brock Pearson then was working with. Trust me, some real gangsters are behind Tether, and they ain't losing his peg. Do Kwon is behind the UST. Come on.
Yeah, that was his first mistake, showing who was behind it. To keep it real, you are right. Like, no one knew who was really behind Tether. They had a strong force with them. So for sure. Hey, Kadeem K, thank you for the tip. To shout out to King for the Luna top signal. LOL. Got a small moon bag left that I wasn't mad to see plummet. Like I said, just hold on to it. I wouldn't be surprised if it come back. I mean, I highly doubt you lost your money.
Everyone, listen up. You didn't lose your money. Now you have your. Technically, you kind of lost your money.
And it's gone.
Right. I mean, listen, my thing is, people, and this was even crazier, say, for one, don't get to deleting comments anywhere, people, because we keep all the receipts. If you haven't noticed, we'll pull up a screenshot from years ago with messages and everything. If you notice on our channel, we don't delete anything. If we get into an argument on the comments, we say something crazy, you agree, you don't agree, we don't delete nothing. Hey, let it show. Yep, this is how we felt at the time. That's what it was. But seriously, I say all that because there were so many people on our channel commenting to me, like, bro, they was trying to talk to me like a noob. They was like, you said during your live stream you didn't do your research already. You haven't even looked at it. I was like, and you believed it? Like you walked into the trap, my boy.
Hey, but also, King, when we say we haven't done research, that's different than other people who haven't.
That is a very good.
Because honestly, me and you can look at a project for 2 minutes and we can almost figure out exactly what's about to happen. Like, we're at the point now where it's like you look for direct red flags and we can see where it's headed. Even if it doesn't happen for a while, usually we are right at the end of the day. So again, even if we say we didn't do deep research, I can look at most projects 2 to 5 minutes and be like, yeah, this is bullshit, and not even look back. And then 3 years, 2 years, whatever time it takes, shit happens. So it is what it is.
That's a good point. We're gonna keep talking about this, not because we want to, but because it's in the news. People like, this is the news cycle of the day. What else do we have? 42.5 thousand Bitcoin reportedly moved from Luna Foundation Guard wallet as UST peg crumbles again. Yesterday, they moved like 750 million or something, but looks like as the Bitcoin price plunged below $31,000 yesterday, marking a new low for the year. Of course, all coins sold off strongly, but roughly $1.4 billion worth of Bitcoins reportedly moved from a wallet tied to the Luna Foundation Guard, raising questions, of course, about its ultimate decision on a day that has seen Bitcoin's price tumble more than 11%. Now, I will be honest about this, Zay. I thought that people would be able to talk smack to us for at least, I gave them to like the middle to end of summer. The way I figured it in my head was that we get a strong pump first, and off the dip of that pump is when we would see the algorithm jack up for Terra. That was honestly what I thought. So I was ready to hold the line strong. And I thought about it too. Like, it was a couple episodes before I got on. I was like, I'm gonna hold strong, even though I know this might take like a 12-week play before I get my roses. I was like, I'm gonna hold the line. But to see this happen in literally 4 to 5 weeks, like, come on, like, people, this is your king. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was really about to down the hill for Terra Luna on our channel, and really, like, come on, 42.5 thousand Bitcoin being spent to keep it at 67 cents. That's what's even scarier. That's how much is being sent. Like, right now, is the current price right now? Is it still 67 cents? I didn't check it yet.
It's back up to 93. 93 right now. Yeah.
Well, even still, it took 42.5 thousand Bitcoin to keep it at 93 cents. It still ain't $1. And when you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, that's 7 cents. That's a 7% point kicker. Like, what? No, hell no. You a part-time owner of my money?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, so it's crazy to see. Again, like we said, it'll probably survive. It won't survive another dip of this magnitude. If we were to go down to a low 20, or God forbid, the teens. And when I say God forbid, I don't really mean that, because who wouldn't like to buy that teens right now? But we were at 19K, 17K. I don't see them sustaining it for that long.
No.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If anything, when they sold that Bitcoin, they probably talked to somebody on the other end and started shorting or something. I don't know. Binance also suspends withdrawals from UST Luna, citing network injustice. So here's my question to you when it comes to exchanges. Like, this is kind of like the Robinhood thing. Like, just because shit's going bad with a project don't mean you can stop trading all of a sudden. It's kind of interesting to see this happen. Like, yeah, this was some 2017-ish, 2018-ish behavior, but to be in 2022 and all this regulation is flying, what do you feel about them suspending the actual withdrawals? And we know the network congestion. Hey guys, I thought your ecosystem was great. You can, you could scale. What's this? Somebody's lying. You get what I'm saying? Either the exchange is lying or the actual project is lying. But who's lying, and how do you feel about exchanges to this day still suspending withdrawals?
Hey man, you know who you're dealing with. It's a centralized exchange business. It's a business, so they gotta do what's in their best interest. And I guarantee you, this is not the first and it's not the last time it's gonna happen. Coinbase has done it before. Gemini, everybody in the industry has done it before, because what people don't understand about these exchanges, these trading engines, is that if they have too much volume going one way, usually they don't have the liquidity to cover all the orders. That's what people don't understand. They've been running fractional reserve exchanges since the beginning of time. You don't have to have all the money, because you can enforce limits. You can say you can only withdraw this amount per day. You can only move this amount per day. So then they can keep their books straight. The thing is, they got to suspend it anytime there's a huge market dip like that, and it happens all the time. So we tell people, like before, get your coins off of exchanges. Don't trade if you don't know what you're doing. And if you get caught in something like this, you're usually going to get temporarily suspended. So it's nothing you can do. And how many times, King, have we seen people think, oh yeah, well, if it dropped 40%, I would have bought it. Good. That's a good thought in your head. Yeah, you would have. But when you get on Binance and you click buy and the button goes gray and it don't go do nothing and you can't do shit until it bounces all the way back up. I've seen that pain before where you like, I know exactly when to buy and you can't do shit about it because the exchanges cut it off. So not the last time, and we'll definitely see it again for other projects if they fall just as hard.
Oh, shout out to Michael Kennedy. Great point. He said you haven't even touched on how they lost buying Bitcoin. Hold on. Let's just scroll down. Essentially, a Ret One Quan, thank you for the tip. I missed it, but he said you haven't even touched on essentially how they bought Bitcoin at a high and just sold it at a low. I was like, woo, great job, Michael Kennedy, on that call out. Wasn't even thinking about that too. I mean, how much money did they lose just on the buy and sell of Bitcoin? Like, when did they buy it? Well, they bought it in the 40s?
I don't know. I think they may have been buying since the 20s.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, they did start buying up. Okay, they did buy up, but still, yeah, they definitely they lost buying Bitcoin a lot higher before having to spend it at a lower price to hold that peg. It's all bad. Like I said, if Bitcoin stabilizes here, I think they won't hit $1, but they'll stabilize at around like 97, 98 cents. They'll get as close as possible. And then as the market kind of healthily recovers and people still put their capital in the Terra Luna for whatever reason, which will happen with great marketing, then they'll find themselves back in their position. But if we continue to dip, people, we get a couple more days out, random days like the last couple ones, it can be ugly. And like you said, Bitcoin, it would be even crazier if this is actually intentional and there's a group behind it, because now that's a whole different type of beast. Now, like, you got people with like literally aiming for you with capital. That's a dangerous thing.
Oh yeah. Terra Luna, more like Terra-ble Luna. Am I right? I'll be here all week, folks.
There you go. I had to give you the drum roll. You're a fool. Where's the one? Let's have a better drum roll. I don't know where's that.
From here on, nothing goes down unless I'm involved. No blackjack, no dope deals, no nothing. A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in.
You know what time it is, folks. All right. This is a pretty interesting story. Commercial smart contract adoption next market driver, says Mark Cuban. Listen, Mark, I've been watching Shark Tank all week, man. Getting prepped for biz meetings and stuff. Like, love Mark Cuban, folks, for what he does. Mavericks, clearly a successful team. But again, I think it's just too early for him to, it's just one of those things when I asked about, crypto and what's happening next in this market and stuff, like, it's all right, man. I got it. You're a hot shot. You got your billions. I got it. You don't got to know everything, man. You can't have everybody's girl, dog. All right. You can't have all the girls. All right. Like, like, people gonna get married too. When businesses can use smart contracts to gain a competitive advantage, they will. The chains that realize this will survive, according to Mark Cuban.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. The people creating smart contract chains didn't know that. But that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm not even mad. He probably like, what am I supposed to say, guys? Nothing, man. Don't say shit till you till you prove yourself. Now, billionaire investor Mark Cuban has tipped commercial smart contract adoption as the next catalyst to drive the crypto and blockchain sector. The Dallas Mavericks owner and crypto proponent was commenting on the current low state of the crypto market compared to the internet or .com bubble in the early 2000s that saw a lot of the overhype and relatively similar companies collapse. So here's the thing. I'm just going to keep the low state thing. That's my point about him making these comments. And he's supposed to be like a technologist on the low. Like, bro, get into the actual development that's happening right now. It's not low. Things is like, it's a lot happening behind the scenes. It's just so technical that people don't even know how to report on it. Or the people like us who could report on it feels like the majority of people wouldn't want to hear it or listen to it. So I would not call this market, like this market hasn't been in the low state at all ever. So I don't know, but it looks like he's saying crypto is going through the low that the internet went through. He said after initial surge of exciting apps, NFTs, DeFi, and play to earn, we saw the imitation phase as chains subsidized the movement of those apps to their chains, a la bandwidth and storage subsidies by startups in 2000s. No, this is my point right here. You sound like a noob. You're talking about exciting apps like NFTs, 2 years old, DeFi, 2 years old, play to earn, fucking 15 months old. Like, what are you talking about? This is stuff from when you entered the market just now, or at least publicly have entered the market and started making these comments. And even then, again, behind the scenes, why didn't you mention this same 2 years stacks and Citycoin projects and mayors adopting those projects? Why aren't you mentioning the things being built on Bitcoin, the signatures that are trying to be improved so it can be easier user interface? There's so many things on the back end that Mark Cuban, again, from being a technologist, selling an internet company, should know to look for. But instead, he's talking about the things that are capturing the masses. So I hope that he's in on this, and this is one of those things for marketing. But if he's serious, it's one of those things like stop making comments and get back to the 3 a.m. deep dives, man, because this is not what was happening. So it's not really a lull that's going on. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah. Well, I think what he was referring to is the fact that there's so many smart contract platforms, and people, you have to realize whenever you have a utility token, meaning you utilize that token to interact with a smart contract, it's a race to zero because of competition. Every time somebody has a smart contract platform, they're going to say, well, I can do the same smart contracts, but cheaper. And they're going to go to the cheaper one. That's why you saw Ethereum take off. Then when it got too expensive, where do people go? Cardano, Solana, Binance Smart Chain. They went other places where it's cheaper. And that's what smart contracts or utility tokens are always a race to the bottom. So as far as price, if somebody figures it out, it's not going to be, in my opinion, based on speculation. They're going to have some sort of smart contract blockchain that's good for businesses, commercial businesses. Cool. I think we're at least 5 years out from that because you can't have a smart contract bug and then lose an entire company's money like these DeFi projects. Like that just can't happen. You can't just wake up in the morning and be like, well, 160 million gone, locked in a contract, we can't send it. That shit can't happen. So we still got a lot more to go. But Mark is sadly mistaken when he thinks that's the main thing of the future. Is like, not really, because it's always a race to the bottom because of competition. And that's why I like a utility token like Miami Coin. There is no competition to it. The government of Miami is using it, so there's no competition. So that's the only reason why it's not a race to zero. But other things, yes. So Mark still got a lot of studying. Mark, reach out to us. If everybody watching now, tag Mark Cuban and say, everybody that's watching right now, even if y'all ain't even liking the video, at least you could get on your Twitter fingers, tag Mark Cuban and be like, hey, reach out to the gentleman in crypto so they can help you out. Because again, software as a service apps, they may get replaced in the Web 3.0 future people want. But again, they have a lot of issues to work out, and it's probably some super smart 13-year-old kid right now that'll figure it out. But hey, Mark,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but hey, you got to keep your mouth shut sometimes, because I don't think he knows exactly what he's talking about.
And I'll say, okay, even to be nice, like again, I get what he's when you shaped it like that, when you say he may have been saying like this, okay, I do get what you're saying. I can get where he's coming from as well. But it's like, okay, for one, it is like, algorithms are the future. AI, machine learning will be the future. Like technology will be the future. So will smart contracts be in place for that? Yes. But my thing is like, there isn't like development is happening. Development is just taking a long time. There's not enough smart people working on it. Hell, I'm not about to, I can't jump on smart contracts overnight. You know what I mean? If I wanted to start working on smart contracts, I'm looking at like at least I'm at least 12 months out on a low end spectrum. So it's not happening overnight, but I think the people that are in these markets, I mean, that's why you are seeing the copycats, because everyone wants to be this killer smart contract or have a killer smart contract. But yeah, he said we haven't seen smart contracts to improve business productivity and profitability. We haven't, but I think it's actually possible, because a lot of the smart contracts that are getting hit or exploited have to do with that they're holding a lot of capital. If we can, like, smart contracts, I believe, can be made for basic or baseline business operations on the back end. It's just that no one's bothered to do it. I don't think those are actually that difficult to do, because you can get some pre-assembled code and kind of put that together. It's just that where's the fun or where's the money in it, and then how do you sell it to a business that doesn't even know what it is? Like, you have to educate them first and then sell it. And you're talking about developers who are bootstrapping everything to begin with. Like, so again, maybe if he's coming from that general area, I can get what he's saying. But yeah, I think the chains do realize this. It's just, where's the money and doing a smart contract for a car wash versus a DAO right now? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like even IBM, like, let's go bigger. Like, okay, we do a smart contract for Apple. Like, how long would that actually take to develop and get past all their security review, blah, blah, blah? Or you can just do a smart contract for a Terra Luna, and boom, we in here, people. We got free capital flowing. So,
and actually, you don't need a blockchain for most of these processes. That's the other elephant in the room, is that blockchain is an inefficient database. The only time that a database like that should be used is when it's to secure money. That's why Bitcoin's blockchain is really the only one, to me, that's feasible, that you absolutely need blockchain technology. Now, you can use it, it's a good commodity, but somebody's gonna have to figure out the use case for blockchain being better than just using a regular Azure database.
Right. I mean, especially when you got Bitcoin blockchain, which is crazy. Yeah. So really quick, want to go to comments. Let's see, we're on right on time too. Perfect. Better understanding, as the name suggests, I like better understanding said, I like Duquan. Crypto is an innovating field. He took a gamble and now he's fixing it. That plus bad apples in the camp. At least they're trying. So here's my thing: is yes and no. This is where we like, no, we don't do the feeling shit in crypto, people. It's zeros and ones. It's zeros and ones. It's not about the attempt, the try, whatever. It's zeros and ones at the end of the day, because that's what matters. So when it comes to that, I think, as they said it first, like the road to hell is paved with good intentions or something. Like, yes, he took a gamble. I get it, and you are supposed to take gambles to be innovative, and bad things can happen, right? And you're right. We shouldn't hold those people to such, like, oh, this person, whatever. But also, for you to be at a level to even create a project like this, he saw what we saw too. I mean, if you remember, he even mentioned it. Like, it was an article, like, remember 2 or 3 weeks after we first said it, an article came out where the girl called him out. Excuse me, the woman called him out. What's her name? Unchained. I think it was Unchained. She called him out about what did she say? Or she basically asked him, like, wouldn't this fail? And he was like, yeah, it'll be a pretty, it'll be a negative event if Bitcoin were to seriously dip. And it's like, he kind of even knew. So that's why I'm like, you can't say he took, he took really a gamble. Like, that's a crazy gamble. And as somebody else pointed out, he took a gamble with other people's money. Like, he took a gamble with other people's capital. So I get it. We do have to be better understanding, but also it's just like, come on, like, hey, shit. All right, well, give me 100 mil. Let me take a couple gambles.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Who you want to gamble for? You do Quantum King and Zay. Like, let me get 100 mil and get a couple gambles in.
Oh yeah, I'm a bet on the NBA finals.
hey, but I trust your actual basketball acumen, so I wouldn't be mad at that.
I've been telling you about Giannis forever, boy.
Hey, we got Messiah. We got Messiah on the team, low key. All right, Ray said, above average thinking people finding creative ways to swindle average thinking people out of Bitcoin and their fiat money using greed as leverage. Hilarious. Let's see. Happy terrific Tuesday. Our project experience. Nappy Way said, Duquan need to cut his losses and keep that money. 11 Super Mario said he's definitely doing that. You are hilarious. Let's see. Is it true, or it was true, that Michael Saylor was dumping his coins, or now he's wrecked from buying the local top with leverage? Said Papa Donks. Oh, and see, that's what's crazy about this market, because if that Citadel move was real, right, and they didn't get a boy Michael a call, and he was trying to leverage and buy the top, like, this does affect people's trades, like, because we didn't, like, again, this came out of the blue, so that story is real. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that is. Whew.
We'll see.
Let's see. You're right. Quan said, Ret one Quan said, Quan was saying, I'll give you $50 if you loan me 100. You are crazy. Oh, I did not see this. Just to inform you, what are our thoughts on DeFi Kingdom and Jewel rug pulled by Fox? We have to look into this. Alec, if Alec is on,
I'm actually looking at it right now. I'm looking at
pull it up.
I was gonna say it looks like yeah, we might have a little rug pulling going on with DeFi Kingdoms. DeFi Kingdoms crumbles, the scandal unfolds. This is actually April 30th, but you see what site it's on. This is not on any main site. So it's like the secondary crypto sites that picked it up. It wasn't on Cointelegraph, CoinDesk, Decrypt, none of that. So it's on here. Jewel token plummeted from 370 to 125. Just today is down nearly 40%. Massive controversy regarding the devs and members of the DFK team. It sucks to hear this because I actually met Dreamer, the guy who created DFK, down in Miami. Yeah, I just feel like I asked him his real name. He told me Dreamer, and I was like, all right, bro, whatever. Like I just let him talk. But again, it sucks because I was trying to get this game implemented into the summer camp. Can't even do it now, bro. Like I don't even know like what the controversy is, but they were talking about a lot of the pre-mining, the liquidity. They're saying that's a pump and dump. They claim that these 2 million coins would not be withdrawn or sold from the documents. However, it looks like they were. And again, like I said, people have a problem with Jewel. They think they rug pulled and they lost their money. So it is what it is. But I don't know if this is a complete, rug pull. But let's see. I have to dig more into it.
And it's gone. And it's gone.
Oh yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. Again, I'll chat with Alec to get the full scoop because he was involved in it. I did have some caution for it, and this is why. But I knew they were taking a deep dive. They gave me the info back. When we were in Miami, they were farming. So Alec, L, and a couple of folks, they were farming from DeFi, and they were telling me that APR at the time or something was like 4,000 some percent. So I'm like, man, you know me, hey, DGen is the best. And basically, if you would have went in at that time, you'd probably been good. But then like a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks go by, we're busy nonstop, blah, blah, blah. I haven't had time to really sit down and do my own due diligence. And then I heard it was like, all right, like a 3,000, 2,000. But you know me, the whole time, like, all right, y'all going 2 or 3 weeks, pretty popular project. And you're maintaining like a four-digit APR, like APY. I'm like, all right, how?
All right.
Yeah, how? How, bro? Well, y'all, how? Yeah. So the last few weeks, I kind of had like my antennas up, but I just haven't done a deep dive yet on it. So to see this come out, I mean, I was about to take that L too. I'm not even gonna lie, because I definitely was thinking about getting into it. But Alex said, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, somebody asked about rug pull insurance. Actually, it's about to come. There was a girl, Jasmine. She pitched her company in Miami at Black Bitcoin Billionaires Cookout. We had 2 people pitch their company, and we actually invested in it because that's what she's building: rug pull insurance or DeFi insurance. Because imagine this: you build DeFi insurance out where companies that come out with a DeFi project, they have to pay you in order to have the capital to support their project, and then when that gives you more notoriety and more publicity, and people trust you more because if they lose their money, then they can always get the DeFi insurance. I think that would actually help the industry a lot. So it does exist. It's being built out now. Just wait for it. I forget the name of the company, but she's doing that now.
Nice. So Leroy said, I don't consider it a rug yet. And Alec just said he's waiting for the dust to settle. There's some details he still needs to find out. So, all right, so the TGO team is on it. I will say this, people. If it is not an actual rug pull and it's just more community pulling and like that's jacking up the algorithm because the amount's getting pulled at one time, but the project is still solid. If that is the case, now again, Alec and all these guys, I know Leroy, everybody's going to take a peek at it. But if that's the case, then you right now may be the local bottom. So again, I haven't done my due diligence on it yet. This isn't a buy or sell or anything or become a stakeholder or whatever. I haven't even done the due diligence. I need to do myself. But if it's just a community issue and that caused a sharp decrease or that actually jacked up the algorithm in a short time, but if the algorithm actually works, that means it should work covered naturally, then this could be the local bottom too. So that's something to consider. But again, I haven't checked it out yet. Yes. Hey, Bitcoin man, thank you. Said don't sleep on Black Rue. He drops dimes in his segments. People, check out Black Rue. I believe Saturday mornings, and Thursdays. I want to say, my bad, Black Rue. You know I got like 20 shows in my head, but feel free to put it in the chat.
Black Rue.
We'll have that counter out soon. Yeah, he is dropping dimes. Black Rue is definitely dropping dimes. So you all might want to check that out.
Yeah.
If you have anything, like, do like I do. Sometimes put in my headphones, I turn on the YouTube or whatever, get to cooking or doing whatever I need to do around the house, apartment, or whatever. And then by that time you heard a whole episode, what you need to hear. Let's see. No, okay. No, says same has happened to Ethereum and Bitcoin. All right. I want to say to this
price drop.
I'm not sure. I'm assuming he's just saying that probably the dips. I'm not sure. Let's see. What else do we have? Another coin that bounced strong was Steph, which I've seen a lot popping, but I don't know what it was. And Cario said, my kids asked if they can get a new PS5 for Christmas. He tells them Santa is experiencing some serious network congestion. You all is hilarious. Yep. Jake Fever said they lost zero. They just use other people's money. That's what I saw earlier. Cryptonomics said exchanges are really just trying to avoid the volatility that can take place when big money is moving away from the exchange. Also, as security measures to ensure a hack has not taken place as well. Okay, that might be fair. If they say, well, my thing is, like you all say about us and everybody else, they got to say it then. Yeah. Like I want to hear the 100. We'll give it to us 100%, whatever it is. Let us know because it does affect people who still believe in that centralized system and that are on the exchange. But of course, more diehard people in Bitcoin and crypto already know not to, use as your primary means. Let's see. He said, hey, thank you, Jake Fever. Thank you. See, I was going to lay off of him because Bitcoin Zay was being nice, but Jake Fever said, talk about Mark Cuban. I'm not even going to say the word he said, but he said Mark Cuban said he'd rather have bananas than Bitcoin and bought Titan actual bananas. LOL. At least he's a man of his word. So that's my point.
The bananas turn brown overnight. That's what
he said. I remember you said that back in the day too. He said he wanted bananas, and then he got Titan Finance, which was actual bananas. And that's my point. And people saying he said law just because he got rug pulled. He said step up and put on big boy pants, dog. So that Wendy Nichols said Cuban will always be a banana boy to me. So I'm just catching up to these comments. As you can see, we are far behind these comments. You are low in the morning right now. But
I told King, I was like, I think I told you this. I was like, when I was at the NFT conference, I was trying to get to him to the back. Remember the Titans when he threw the banana to him? I was gonna throw a banana to Mark Cuban just like that. Like, here you go. Welcome to the party, Mark.
We gotta do that, and we gotta do that when we meet him.
Man, he was too busy. It was like 60 people trying to meet him, and I was like, I'm not no fanboy, so I was like, I'll see him later. Probably at a better time.
Bro, that would have me crying. Real talk. Thank you for the tip. Real talk said Nostradamus. Much appreciated. Rico San Diego as well. All right, do we have anything else left? Yeah, last story but not least. So I'm finishing these comments. They go ahead and speed through this bad boy. More than a third of AMC online payments are crypto or digital. Hey,
oh yeah,
future is happening.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks like AMC, they took a bet and they won. 1/3 of their payments are through crypto, so it seems like people are using it. They got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. And it seems as though the firm's plunge into crypto has not only been met with much fanfare, but also opened up several payment rails that it had previously explored. So shout out to them. They have NFT initiatives coming, and I believe we will see some of the biggest movies, either NFTs sold or NFTs being minted with AMC. So good to see there. And again, if you want to spend your crypto, spend it with AMC. Go sit into a movie theater, or you could just do like most people, sit at home and watch it on Hulu. But it's all good. Theaters, they trying to come back. Shout out to AMC.
Listen, really quick, I'm just looking at the comments still. Rep One Con has me laughing. It said Cuban as a coder, maybe print quote hello world. So for those who don't know, when you first learn how to code, the first thing you learn how to do is create a web page and say hello world. Like literally everybody learns that first. Red One Con, you are hilarious for that joke.
That good old web 1.0.
Yeah, all the nerds understand hello world when you see it, bro. As soon as I saw it, I started laughing. I was like, I'm mad I even understand it. There used to be a time I was like, hello world, what are you talking about? Coot DeVille, thank you for the tip. Said Bezos and Elon need to start using smart contracts. Exactly. I mean, if anybody wants to use them, those are the two to do it. Ruel, what's up again? Black Rue said had him laughing on his Bazinga show last night. I was telling people that we called it and come over to Gentlemen of Crypto. All right, this is crazy. You got any last things? Bitcoin's A for the most part. Shout out to AMC for knowing their way into the future and digitizing everything. That's pretty cool to see. And shout out to Lynn Alden. That's her name on Unchained. Shout out to Lynn Alden for calling out Do Kwon on her public forum. And I believe she actually wrote about it in her book or something. So shout out to Lynn Alden. Check her out. Clearly somebody who knows what she's talking about as well. What you got for us, Zay?
Oh man, nothing for me, man. Looks like it's gonna be
Laura, my fault. Laura Chin. Now somebody saying Laura Chin. Whoever it was, make sure you shout them out. All right, go ahead.
Nothing for me, man. This is gonna be a great week. Again, this UST situation, we'll be watching it closely. Make sure you tune in, catch all the shows. We have a bunch of different shows. TGOC, best media platform in crypto history, longest running show in crypto history. And anybody that disagrees, come on, fuck Bitcoin Fridays and tell us otherwise. Shout out to everybody on Twitter and everybody. You can tag Mark Cuban on there, tag us in there too. Hopefully he can reach out. We can help him out.
All right. Make sure you smash that like and share, of course, so we can get this out there. And if you haven't already, check out that masterclass. You know, that's what the education is about, to get you ready for your own cryptocurrency environment and let you know how to maneuver in these crypto streets. Cheers.
Cheers.